Hello, my name is Nick Lodato and I am a field specialist in the Office of Educator Effectiveness and Leadership. I'm also a former public school teacher in grades 4, 5, and 6, and I've been teaching for the last 8 years. As such, helping teachers to understand professional practice in the context of RISE is important to me. During this teacher module, I'll be reviewing professional practice in the context of RISE. We'll start with a broad lens and we'll focus more closely as we move deeper. The RISE evaluation system is comprised of two major components: professional practice and student learning. These two components provide a framework for understanding teachers' effectiveness. Together, these are combined to determine the summative evaluation rating. In RISE, there is a new vocabulary that is important to learn to improve communication of expectations, ideas around excellent instruction, and feedback that is actionable. When we use the term professional practice, we are applying a specific definition. So what is it? When we refer to professional practice, we are referring to a teacher's instructional knowledge and skills, which include the domains planning, instruction, leadership, and core professionalism. How does RISE measure this? Well, through the classroom observations and other evidences such as lesson plans, professional growth plans, and professional development work, evaluators determine where a teacher's knowledge and skills are best described on the teacher effectiveness rubric. This component of the RISE system was developed around three basic principles. First, teachers need regular, actionable feedback in order to continually improve. Secondly, in order to build an effective staff, administrators must spend more time in classrooms. This will allow them to better differentiate between teachers based on performance and ultimately build a more effective staff for students. And third, nothing matters more for students than effective instruction. Therefore, professional practice evaluation must focus on instruction above all else. As you can see here, professional practice can be broken down into 4 domains. These 4 domains can all be found in the teacher effectiveness rubric: planning, instruction, leadership, and core professionalism. These 4 domains can then be broken down even further into 23 competencies. Here, you can see 19 of the 23 competencies across domains 1, 2, and 3. The weights you see here demonstrate the high value placed on instruction at 75%, as this has the greatest impact on student learning. Planning is important, but it is weighted at 10% because it promotes successful instruction, and much of a teacher's proficiency in executing effective instruction reveals the planning he or she does for students. Finally, the remaining 15% captures the knowledge and skills teachers contribute as leaders on their campus to increase the influence they have on learning in their school community. Now, you may be saying, but this is 100%, so how can there be a 4th domain? Well, let's take a look. The 4th domain, core professionalism, describes the minimum competencies expected in any profession. These are not differentiated across 4 levels as the other domains are, as these are standards a teacher either does or does not meet. In RISE, a teacher cannot gain any points by meeting this requirement. He or she can, however, lose 1 point from his or her summative score. As teachers, we expect these behaviors from our students as minimums, and we are the model for this. We are the gold standard. For more information about professional practice, please visit www.riseindiana.org. Now we'll hear from Matt Walsh, Evaluation Cabinet member, about how professional practice looks from his vantage point in the field.
Hello, my name is Matt Walsh and I'm the member of the Teacher Evaluation Cabinet. Currently I serve the Brownsburg Community School Corporation as the Secondary Department Head for Social Studies. And in 2003, I was selected as one of Indiana's Milken Family Foundation educators. Today we're going to talk a little bit about professional practice and how it came about and our understanding of that. It is my understanding that teachers and administrators were selected to be a part of the Teacher Evaluation Cabinet so that the feedback from the people in the field was provided to the Indiana Department of Education and its collaborators with the development of RISE. The Teacher Evaluation Cabinet met monthly over the past 2 years, critiquing the work of the Department of Education with this new teacher effectiveness measurement tool. Educators from varied experiences were selected to be a part of this ongoing team. These experiences included differences in location, content area, age level, position, and school type: public, charter, private, and parochial. What the research has guided us to understand about the creation of this rubric is the following. Many research models about the evaluation of the instruction impacted the development of RISE. In the early formulation of RISE, the work from Charlotte Danielson and her framework about instruction was studied. Also, Robert Marzano's research into teacher best practices was assessed and utilized to build this teacher evaluation framework. In addition to these two education gurus, other researched frameworks were evaluated. One of those was the Teacher Advancement Program, or the TAP model, developed by the Milk and Family Foundation. Other frameworks and teacher evaluation models that have been implemented can be found in the introduction component to the RISE model. In addition, over the past year, several school corporations around the state of Indiana have utilized the RISE system and have provided feedback to the Indiana Department of Education. With professional practice comes rubrics and domains. The rubric for professional practice contains components that a majority of educators would agree are essential for a successful classroom and that sets an educator apart from other professions. The components listed in the professional practice are essential to support student learning. Because of this, different parts of the professional practice rubric are awarded different weights in the evaluation. The greater the weight that is given to a domain, the more closely that domain impacts student learning. For the teacher evaluation process, the professional practice section has 3 domains of assessment. They are planning, instruction, and leadership. The greatest weight is given to the domain of instruction. Instruction is 75%, leadership is 15%, and planning is 10% of the rubric. Again, the rationale for such a high weight given to instruction is the belief that the quality of planning should be the foundation for the instruction, and the instruction is where the rubber meets the road and planning impacts the students. The instruction is the crucial and essential component of student success. Another domain, or the 4th domain, is known as core professionalism. The competencies listed here are professional traits that any profession should keep. Included in this part of the professional practice rubric are the competencies of attendance, on-time arrival, policies and procedures, and respect. Since these are expected and non-negotiable for this profession, points are not awarded for exhibiting them. However, failure to meet these basic components could negatively impact a teacher's overall rating.